This is Jeff. I just wanted to stress the importance of tracking all of your trades in some format that you can help yourself report on, determine whether or not you're having a good week, a good month, a bad month, a good year, a bad year. Here you'll see that I use Microsoft Excel, and I've been tracking mine since September of 2022. You can see my results up there, and in a few minutes, I'll show you how you can even report on them to determine whether or not you're doing well, or you need to tweak your strategy. See the various columns there. The month is down the A column, and then in B and C are some wins and losses, what I call a 38.2 retracement. And then E and F, you'll see a 61.8 retracement. My gross profit, the commissions, and then the total wins and losses for that month. And then in the last column, you'll see the winning percentage. Looks like I made a little over $33,000 from September through December. And all I'm doing is trading one contract of the S&P 500 futures, whatever that current month or that contract is in the month that I'm trading. Here is what the monthly roll-up looks like in 2023 from January through September. I didn't do a lot of trading in January, so that's why I didn't make very much money. Also, since I'm 7-7 for that particular month, the losses that I had were all on the micro S&P, and the wins were all on the standard contract S&P 500. So that's why it looks like I actually made money, even though my wins and losses were the same. With the exception of July, February through September were anywhere from 4K all the way up to approximately 9K. And it's not really the amount of winnings that I look at. It is the consistency of how I'm doing with the overall strategy. For example, if you look at the blue column over there on the far right, that is the winning percentage for that particular month. And you can see that it's anywhere from 50% all the way up to 63.64. Again, this strategy is nothing more than, if you are right 52% of the time, you are going to make a lot of money. But I focus on the strategy, the test plan that I have, and sticking to it. In 2023, I also employed a 1.5 to 1 strategy. So from May through September, I've been going on a risk to reward ratio of 1.5 to 1. So for every $1 I risk, I want my reward to be at least $1.50. So if I'm going to risk $250, then I'm going to have a reward factor of 375. So my losses will actually be less than my winnings, and my percentage of breaking even drops down considerably from 52% down to 40%. So anything with a 40% or greater is going to make a lot of money. And as you can see, it's anywhere from 40% to as high as 52.07. So now that we have all that information, what can I do to actually report on what this information really, really means? So there are a few types of reports that I can go ahead and try to create. One of them is the minutes in trade. This report tells me how long I'm in a particular trade. Since I've captured the exact time that I got in and the exact time that I got out, I can determine from that trade how long I was actually in it. And this report tells me that on the 38 wins, that particular strategy 510 of my trades were within 0 to 9 minutes. And my losses of 433 were also within 0 to 9 minutes. If we go all the way out to the far right, you can see the percent of trades is almost 70%. They only last between 0 and 9 minutes. I think my shortest trade may have been just a couple of seconds. But this helps me determine whether or not, if the trade is taking longer, does that mean that the trade is going to lose? And I don't have that information on this particular slide, but it is something that if I wanted to check on, I could do. Now let's look at the hour by hour, the next reporting capability. So here's one where I have the weekday. Earlier when I was doing this particular report, it showed me that Monday was a bad day because it used to be negative. And now I've brought it back to that it's at least positive, but you can see how Monday is not a particularly good day for me to trade when you compare it to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays seem to be the best days for this particular strategy, but I'm still going to trade on all the other days. In addition, I've also broken it down by hour. And since I trade from 8:30 to 2 p.m., those are the only hours that I really need to account for. Now, I trade from 8:30 to 2, but sometimes after the market closes, there have been a few trades that have gone on. So when the market opened, because it hadn't yet reached my stop or my target, by the time the market opened a few minutes later, I was able to, the trade finally got out. Whether or not there was a win or a loss, you can see right there that most of them were losses. So it may behoove me to go ahead and just close those trades prior to the market closing. And then my last one over here is I wanted to find out how many negative weeks I've had. Losing in a day I'll have lots of those. In fact, I think 4 out of every 5 days are winners, and then 1 out of every 5 is a loser. That's what it seems to be averaging. And then on my weeks right here, I've kept track of this for the whole time, and you can see I've had 2 break-even weeks. And everywhere you see a 1 in this column, that is a losing week. And out of, over 52 weeks, I've had a total of 10 losing weeks and 2 break-even weeks. So this basically tells me that the strategy is working, and it's working well, and I'm not going to change a thing until it's not. That's pretty much the end of my talk. I hope you've enjoyed it.